Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudhatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavruddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaika Murtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamuktaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Vāṇau Mahāsāyaka Charuchāpam Namāmi Rāmam Raghuvamshanātham Krishna Rakshatu Mam Charachara Guru Krishnam Namasye Sada Krishnenaiva Surakshito Hamasakrit Krishnaya Dattam Manaha Krishna Deva Samudbhavo Mama Vibho Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Bhakti Rajanjalastu Bhagavan He Krishna Tubhyam Namaha He Krishna Tubhyam Namaha. So we have seen up to 3 verses. Now the 4th verse, Nirmala, chant.
Nishkampe Nityapurne Niravadhi Paramananda Piyusharupe Nirleenaneka Mukta Valisu Bhagatame Nirmala Brahma Sindhau Kallolola Satulyam Khalu Vimalataram Sattvamahusthadatma Kasmano Nishkalastvam Sakala iti vachaha tvatkala sveva bhuman.
Bhattadri says, Rishayaha ahuhu iti. Great sages have said thus, you are Nirmala Brahma Sindhau. This is a very poetical metaphor, very difficult to translate in English. But we have to make our own imagination. That he says, imagine there is an ocean of nectar. Ocean of nectar, and the nectar, ocean means there will be always waves. And Bhagavan's form is like one of the waves that is there in the ocean of nectar. Like a beautiful wave in the ocean of nectar. That is your form. And this ocean also become beautiful and enchanting and inviting because of the pearls and treasure that is hidden. That is why ocean is called Ratnakar. And these pearls and treasures, Bhattadri compares here with Jivan Mukta Purushas, Jivas, who has merged with him. So those Jivan Mukta Purushas who has merged with Bhagavan is considered are the pearls. And your form is like a beautiful wave that is floating upon the ocean of nectar. So that the choice of words, etc., it is so beautiful. Nishkampe. So Nirmala Brahma Sindho, in that pure ocean of Brahman, that is Nishkampe Nitya Purne, deep and always full, which is deep and indestructible. And Niravati Paramananda Piyusha Rupe, of a form that is the embodiment of nectar, eternal bliss, Piyusha Rupe, Nirlina Neka Muktavali Suphakartame, supremely pleasing to the mind. And because of what? Countless number of liberated soul merged with you. Nirlina Nega Muktavali Subhagatame Satvam Vimalataram Sattva which is even more pure, pristine, pure. Kallololasatulyam Kalu. Kallola means waves, is similar to the waves, frolicsome waves indeed. Hey Bhuman, that Bhuman Shabda is used in Chandogya Upanishad. So Bhuma Vidya is also there in Bhagadaranya Upanishad. So Bhattadri is well versed in our Shastras. So therefore he is using that word Bhuman for Bhagavan, Brahman. Bhuman Shabda means Bhagavan, the infinite and complete one. You are of such nature as you are. Kasman no Nishkalaha. Why are you not Nishkalaha? Nishkalaha means free from parts. Indivisible truth. Nishkalaha. So you are in fact pure Sattva-guna. Sakala iti vachaha. But the expression that you are Sakala is divisible, means part. Because when you look at Bhagavan's form, it has with attributes, isn't it? It has got a height, it has got a color, it has got a form and beauty, whatever that is there. There is a difference. He stands distinct from all other human beings. So that is kala, as though it looks like a kala. Tvat kalasu eva, but only in your partial incarnation. That is, all other, according to Bhagavatam or according to Vaishnava Sampradaya, they think that only Bhagavan Krishna's avatara is Purna avatara. All avatars are partial avatars. Only people who are Rama Bhaktas, they will not accept that. They will explain it in a different way. Because Bhagavan was born on Ashtami Rohini day. And it is He was born on a, what do you call that, Shukla Bhaksha. And therefore, he has got 16 kalas, Purna kalas. Whereas Rama was born on a midday. The sun was at the peak. So sun has got only 12 kalas, 12 months. Moon has got 16. So therefore, Krishna has got 16 kalas and Rama has got 12 kalas. But even 12 kalas also is Purnaha, complete. Sun is Purnaha. Therefore, both are Purnavatara. But Krishna Bhaktas don't agree with that. They say it is Purnavatara. So that is what Bhattacharya also says here. This is Purnavatara. He may look Sakala, but it is Nishkalaha. So this is the idea. Now, and now having described the composition of the divine form, now he proceeds to enlighten us regarding the origin of this manifestation. Continue.
निर्व्यापारोऽपि निष्कारणमज भजसे यत्क्रियामीक्षणाख्यां तेनैवोदेति लीना प्रकृतिरसति कल्पापि कल्पादिकाले तस्या संशुद्धमंशं कमपि तमतिरोद्धायकं सत्त्वरूपं सत्वं धृत्वा दधासि स्वमहिम विभवाकुण्ठ वैकुण्ठरूपम्
हे अज त्वं निर्व्यापारः you are, O Aja, means the one who has no birth, beginningless. Aja. Ajam nirvikalpam nirakara rupam. So that Aja, no beginning, no birth, birthless, means he is ever present. Tvam nirviparaha, api tvam nirvyaparaha. Though you are said to be devoid of action, mandatory action. So Bhagavan is free from all action. That is called Naishkarmya. There is no karma, activity in him. Idiyat bhajase kriyam. Thus, but you are engaged yourself with activities. Even though in you there is no activities, but it looks like you are ever engaged in activity. Our Gurudev's words, when you said, Gurudev said, suppose Bhagavan Krishna has to write his autobiography. What will be the autobiography? I was born in prison. The first sentence. I was born in prison, but then I could not stay there. I had to move from there to a cowherd settlement. Even though I was born as a prince, but I had to be moved to a cowherd settlement. And there also, as soon as I was born, the Rakshasas came, threatened me, and for survival, I had to kill them, starting from Putana. Then my mother was not giving enough nourishment, so I had to steal butter from my neighbors for my survival. And then when I grew up, my mama threatened me. So I had to move to Mathura and kill my mama and release my parents. And when I thought I can live a normal life, at that time they sent me to Gurukulam. My father sent me to Gurukulam. And there also in 64 days, Bhagavan learned 64 kalas. Why all kalas have come from him only? So, but he, according to the Sampradaya tradition, he went to Gurukula. And there also, as soon as we finished the Gurukula Vasa, Mathura was threatened by Jarasandha. So he engaged him, he engaged Bhagavan 18 times. 18 times this Jarasandha was attacked. Jarasandha attacked Mathura. Every time Bhagavan defeats him, but he releases him. Then Balarama asked, why are you not killing him? Why are you just releasing him? He said, the world, the whole earth is filled with demons, rakshasas in the form of kshatriyas. Now, if I'll kill him, I will have to search one by one and kill them. That is too much of work. But here is a person, collect all of them, bring it to me. So it is very easy for me to destroy it one place than looking for them everywhere. So that is why Bhagavan used to leave him free. So like this, 18 times he attacked. 18th time, he had an agreement with another, what is called, Valanayana. And that person, a foreigner it is. It's a foreign influence. So he came and attacked from backside, and then Giranda from front side, both sides attacked. At that time, Bhagavan came out of the back door and ran. And he went to a gufa. And this Rakshasa also went behind him. And that Jukunda, I think that he opened his eyes and burned him. And Mujukunda also got moksha from the hand of Bhagavan. And then Bhagavan, before the attack, he has created Dwarka. And overnight, all the Mathuravasis were transported. And then also, he thought everything is good. At that time, this aunt, this, what do you call, Kundi Devi, had problem with her children and Kauravas. Then he has to engage himself through the help of Pandavas to destroy the Rakshasic forces in the country. Because Duryodhana collected all of them. So, through using Pandavas, he managed to destroy all those evil forces and established Dharma. And then came back to Dwarka. And he, by the time his children and grandchildren, all of them became very powerful, mighty people, and nobody can conquer them. They will also, if you leave them alone, they will also become a problem. And due to a curse of a rishi, they also fought each other and killed themselves. And when the whole Dwarka is destroyed, Bhagavan sat under a tree, relaxed, and looking at the toe. A hunter thought it is a dove, and he shot an arrow. And Bhagavan was highly diabetic. That's why this person sang, Atharam Mathuram, Vadanam Mathuram, Gaganam Mathuram, Akhiladhipate, Mathuradhipate, Akhilam Mathuram, everything Mathuram. That means diabetic. So he got septic. Because the short arrow, he got septic. And he was about to depart. At that time, that hunter came claiming for his hunt. But then he found Bhagavan is sitting there. He felt so bad. He prostrated to him. And Bhagavan said, no, 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 it is my wish. And also, last birth, you are Vali, and I shot arrow behind, standing behind a tree. So I am paying back. So karma phala. So even Bhagavan is not free from karma phala. Oh, this is how Bhagavan Krishna, if it all the time continuously was working. There was no time Bhagavan could relax. So all the time smiling. That is one of the most beautiful thing about Krishna Avatara. And only time the tears came to his eyes, that only time when Kuchela, our Sudama, came to his palace, when he saw the condition of the wrapper in which this poha was wrapped, when he saw the condition, that time Bhagavan's tears came out of his eyes, it seems. So this is how, that's why Bhattadri says here, what he called it, bhajade kriyam, idiyat bhajase kriyam. You are always engaged in activities. Ichchanakyam nishkaranam. And again, this creation. Now, this whole Vedantic teaching in Upanishad and all that places, this creation is always a mystery. The creation is always a mystery because the cause of creation, no scriptures can satisfactorily explain to you. They will say it was Bhagavan's Ichcha, or it was a sport, or it was a Sankalpa. Like these descriptions are there. So many descriptions are there. So in Taittiriya Upanishad, so Saichata Bahusyam Prajayeta Satapotapyada Satapattaptva and Yat Srishtva Tadeva Nupravishate Tadanupravishya Tachat Bhavati. Like this, there are so many statements are there. Now that our Bhattadri is taking up, and he says, why you have cast a glance on Maya without any motive. You looked at Maya. That is what the mistake you did. If at all. Whole creation has come because you just glanced at Maya. Now, what is the motive behind glancing at, looking at her? Nobody can establish. No scripture can establish that. What is that motive? So he says, no, without any motive. Nishkaranam. Avitam nirvyaparaha. Though you are devoid of mandatory action, tena eva prakriti leena. For that very reason, Maya, who had merged in you, api asati kalpa, though appearing to be non-existent. Now, this is also a Vedantic thought. Maya has no independent existence. It has to exist upon something that is sentient. So that sentient principle is Bhagavan. So even though she has no independent existence, Udeti Kalpadi Kale activates herself at the commencement of creation. Hey Vaikuntha, one whose intellect is never hindered anywhere because of the greatness of your divine faculty. So Mahima Vibhava Kuntha. Hey Vaikuntha, so Mahima Vibhava Kuntha. Because of the greatness of your divine faculties, your intellect is never hindered, blunt. Vaikuntha means blunt actually. It is always sharp. Dhritva kamapi amsham tasyaha. Adopting an infinitesimal part of her. Tvam saha dadasi tam rupam. You of such nature assume that form of pristine purity, samshuddham atirodhayakam, transparent and sattarupam, embodiment of sattva-guna. Hey Aja, O limitless one, devoid of the six characteristic of mortals, namely Asti jayate varthate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyatiti. Shat vikaras, existence, birth, growth, decay, disease, death. None of them affect you because never heard in Bhagavatam or any Puranas about Bhagavan getting old, even though he lived up to 124 years. And it seems Mahabharata war took place when he was 80 years. But even then, Bhagavan was young all the time. He was 24 all the time. Never got old. So that is why there is no the sixfold modification. His body has not undergone any sixfold modification. Neither anywhere in the Puranas reported he was sick, he had a headache, he had cholesterol, he had diabetes, nothing of that sort. I just told you by joke, that is all. You didn't have diabetes. One without beginning or end and beyond time and space. By being limitless, you are not necessarily bound by duties like human beings who have to work in order to eke out a living. You are by nature devoid of any mandatory action. As such, it is something inexplicable that you cast your divine glance on Maya, the spirit of illusion, thereby activating the cycle of creation. This is a mystery, even to Vedas. The reason for this act of yours continues to be unknown, and it is a mystery to all. So his understanding of the scriptures, and he has explained very beautifully that the whole creation has come out of Maya, but with the one glance of Bhagavan. Continuing.
तत्ते प्रत्यग्रधाराधरललितकलायावलीकेलिकारं लावण्यस्यैकसारं सुकृतिजनदृशां पूर्णपुण्यावतारं लक्ष्मी निःशङ्कलीला निलयनममृतस्यन्दसन्दोहमन्तः सिञ्चत् सञ्चिन्तकानां वपुरनुकलये मारुतागारनाथ.
He Marutagaranatha. Marutagaranatha means, O Lord of Guruvayur. Anukalaye te tat vapuhu. I continuously meditate on your divine form. Pratyakradharadhara lalita. That form is immensely beautiful as the fresh rain-bearing clouds. And Kalayavali Kelikaram, playful as a bunch of freshly bloomed Kalaya flowers. Ekasaram lavanyasya. Ekasaram lavanyasya ekasaram. The quintessence of all that is lovely. The essence of all that is lovely and beautiful in this world. Purna Punyavataram. A complete manifestation of that is holy Punyavataram. Purnavataram, Purnavataram, complete manifestation. All the 16 kalas manifest in Bhagavan Krishna. Purna Punyavataram, Sukriti Janadrisham, for the eyes of the blessed ones. Lakshmi Nishanka Leela Nilayanam. Not only that, the playhouse for goddess Lakshmi's uninhibited sportive activities. So Bhagavan's form is, that is Lakshmi Pakshastale Kaustubham. So Bhagavan's form, Lakshmi is residing in his heart itself. She doesn't leave his heart. Sinjat Amrtasyanda Sandoham, drenching with a deluge of immortal bliss. Sajintakanam Antaha, the heart of those who meditate upon it. So the heart of those who meditate upon that form. So this exquisite choice of words, scintillating expression, overflowing with bhakti in the sloka, render it one of the main prarthana slokas, prayer hymns, regularly chanted by many devotees. Here he says, "O Lord Guruvayur, I always keep concentrating on your Leela Vigraham, the sporty form which is nothing but an embodiment of Shuddha Sattvam, pure Sattaguna." The expression Maruta Garanatha implies the lordship of the body that houses the 5 pranas, out of which Maruta means life breath is the most important prana, comparable to a charioteer who has perfect control of his horses and keep the movement of the vehicle safe and in the right direction. It is the Atman who, after giving a spark of life to this body, controls the 5 pranas. The imbalance, even one of which can lead to Vadaroga, rheumatism, the ailment of the author. That all-pervading consciousness is none but you. Lavanyasya, the expression Lavanyasya Ekasaram means the quintessence of all loveliness in the world put together. Sukriti Janadrisham, only for those who are really fortunate enough to come and have darshan. Sukriti Janadrisham, those people who live near Guruvayur temple, they don't go to the temple. Only people travel thousands of miles, they go to temple and have darshan. And I have asked many of those people, shopkeepers, will they go to the temple? No, we are already there. They never go. And the driver who drove me there, I asked him to come to the temple. No. We come always. They don't go. So only, that's why Bhattadri says, Sukriti Janadrisham. For those who are really fortunate enough to come and have darshanam. And such people have only, it is not the proximity to the shrine or physical capability that counts, but the desire to visit temple is very important. And it may even said that the Lord himself is the complete incarnation of the merits accumulated on account of the good deeds performed the eye of those fortunate ones over the innumerable birth-death cycle they have gone through. The benign presence of divinity and the effulgence of a reverberating vitality we are able to perceive at Guruvayur temple is but the embodiment of all the merits of those fortunate eyes. Sukriti Janadrisham Purna Punyavataram. Such blessed ones alone have the good fortune of having the darshanam of Lord. Sanchintakanam Lakshmi Nishanga Neela Nilayanam. Sanchintakanam. It is said in general that Lakshmi is very fickle-minded. She never stays with you. So today you are rich, tomorrow you may be pauper. That is the nature of Lakshmi. She is unsteady. But Bhattadari here says, even though she is fickle-minded, unsteady, but with you she is steady. Because of your beauty, she never part with you, she never leave you. Therefore, if you want to have Lakshmi, you worship Vishnu, worship Krishna. Don't go the back door. Our Gurudev used to say, don't approach her directly. You will have problem. Like Ravana separated Sitaji, Lakshmi. So he had capital punishment. So you worship Vishnu, then Lakshmi will come to. Sanjindakaram anta amrtasyanda sandoham sinjat. Those who concentrate their mind and meditate on him with the concept that Lord of Guruvayur is one and the same as the eternal consciousness bliss Satchidananda Surupatma, Satchidananda Mukti, will be blessed with the deluge of nectar of eternal bliss, Amritam, meaning immortality. After ridding them of all their sufferings. Now continuing this greatness of the Lord of Guruvayur, unique, and I pray to him with all sincerity. Continue.
कष्टाते सृष्टिचेष्टा बहुतर भवखेदावहा जीवभाजाम् इत्येवं पूर्वमालोचितमजितमया नैव मद्याभिजाने नोच्चे जीवाः कथं वा मधुरतरमिदं त्वद्वपुश्चिद्रसार्द्रम् नेत्रैः श्रोत्रैश्च पीत्वा परमरससुधाम्भोधिपूरे रमेरन्.
Hey Ajita. Ajita means one who can never be conquered, or who are beyond the spell of Maya. Alochitam maya purvam evam. It was considered by me earlier. I was thinking before. What is that? Te srishti chesta kashta iti yataha. Your creative activity is a difficult one. What he means is, your creation you have created. In the creation, there are so much suffering is there. Why you have got involved in all these things? Why can't you sit quietly? Why have you created? So this was my thinking before. I was thinking like that. Kashtate Srishti Chesta Bahudara Bhavakedavaha Jiva Bhajam Bahudara Bhavakedavaha Sa Bahudara Bhavakedavaha. It is creating many great misery. Kedavaha, Bahutaram, different kinds of sufferings human beings undergo. in this creation, not only human being, all living beings, whether it is animal or insect or snake or birds or whatever it is, they all go through suffering. Bahudaram, many ways. Jiva Bhasam, all living beings. Why did you create such a world? I was thinking like that. Adya na abhijane evam no chet. Now, but now, I do not think so. I do not think like that. Why? Because otherwise, no chet, otherwise, katham va jiva rameran. How could those living beings be reveling parama rasa sudhambodhi pure in the nectarine ocean of infinite bliss? Pitva netre shrotre cha idam vapuhute. How can these people who visit you, Guruvayur temple, who visit you, how can they will be able to drink the nectarine bliss with their eyes and ears? Netre, Shrotrecha, Idam Vapuhu, this form of ears, Chidrasadram, flooded with a sense of Brahmic consciousness, Madhuradaram, and immensely sweet in all respects. The idea is, if we are not born as human beings, how will we be able to enjoy that bliss? Even Ishvara Sakshatkaram is also possible. It is said in our Purana scriptures that this Jivan Mukti Avastha is possible only for human beings. Even Devatas cannot get Jivan Mukti Avastha. And Jivan Mukti Avastha that means what? Reveling in the bliss of that consciousness, Satchidanandatma. That enjoying that bliss is possible only in human birth. In that respect, when I look at it, that your creation is wonderful. And once you realize the nature of truth, then the world becomes an entertainment for you. Until then, it becomes a suffering. But once you realize the truth, then it becomes an entertainment. So, but Lord, I do realize now, after having had the vision of your divine image and having enjoyed the nectar of the supreme consciousness bliss present in you, it was indeed immature on my part to have entertained such thought about you. About what? About the job of creation is not at all difficult for you. Extremely fond of your devotees as you are, what you have done is great favor indeed. So if you have not indulged in this activity and created these living beings and this beautiful universe too for their enjoyment, how could they have had the pleasure of feasting through their eyes and ears on the vision of your charming form and the wonderful stories of your incarnation and sports to their heart's content, and getting immersed in the ocean of infinite bliss? This is the idea of this one. Now, the Bhattadiri telling us how the Lord is superior to other deities in granting the wishes of his devotees.
Namranam sannidhatte satatapapi purastairanabhyarthitanapi arthan kamanajastram vitarati paramananda sandram gatim cha ittham nisheshalabhyo niravadhika phalaha पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी द्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्थे व्रजोऽयम्.
Hey Hare, O Lord Hari. Hari means the one who destroy all your papas. That's all Hari. Hari means the one who take away your papas. Hari. So Hari Shabda has got beautiful meaning. Haran karne wala, the one who steals all your. That's why Bhagavan was stealing butter. All gopikas, papas he was taking. Hari. Tvam asi, you are indeed parijataha nishesha labhya. You are like a parijata tree, wish fulfilling tree. And also nishesha labhya, very easily accessible. Generally, parijata tree, you have to go to heaven. Now, you have to go to heaven means you have to die. So you can't go bodily to heaven. Except Lord Krishna and Satyabhama could go, but not us. We cannot go. So it is impossible. But this Parijata, you are, oh Guru Ayappa, you are like Parijata tree. It is easily available. Nishesha labhyaha satatam sannidhatte, and which always manifest. Is always there. And when the door is open, he is there. And 24 hours, Bhagavan is there. Puraha namranam api, even those who worship by mere prostrations, nirapati ka phalachaha, bestowing unlimited blessings, ajasram vitarati, constantly grants them. That is why people go to Guruvayur temple. Why? Because whatever they pray, Bhagavan is blessing them with a reward. Whatever they do, they go there. And that is why before even you prostrate, Bhagavan has granted your wish. You don't have to prostrate and ask. Now, before you prostrate, just because you've gone there and have darshan, because prostrating also not possible in front of Bhagavan, that is, they're not allowed. And you have to come out and prostrate only. So before even prostrating to you, Bhagavan, offering your prostration to the Lord, Bhagavan grants your wish. That is called Parijata tree. You go, but there Parijata tree, you have to go under the tree and wish, then only you will get it. But here, just looking at Bhagavan and ask what you want, Bhagavan blesses you with kaman arthan, the desired purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all of them. Bhagavan will give you. Api anabhyartidante, although not asked for by them. And some of the wishes, you may not express it. And Bhagavan knows what you want. Bhagavan will blesses you. Chagatim Paramananda Sandram. And not only Arthagamas, Bhagavan give you moksha also. Paramananda Sandram, the state of abundant and eternal happiness. Itham ayam arthivrajaha. When this is so, arthivrajaha, the crowd of men full of desires, abhilashati vyartham, tam chudram, chakravadi drumam. And people who are Shudra Buddhi, means what? Mean-minded people crave in vain for that trifling shrub Parijata in Indra's garden. So, Bhattadri's idea is, when Bhagavan himself is sitting here like Parijata, why are you working so hard to go to heaven and look for this Parijata tree? What a waste. Is it not your foolishness? So idea is you are kind by nature and immensely fond of your devotees. In Bhagavatam, Bhagavan said, Aham Bhakta Parayanaha. I am devoted to my devotees. To those who just offer prostrations to you, you always make your divine presence felt before them and grant them whatever wish they ask for. Even those who do not ask for anything, you grant all the fulfillment of life. Nishkama Bhaktas, people don't ask. There are Nishkama Bhaktas also there. To those people, Bhagavan would grant all their fulfillment, including greatest Purushartha, that is moksha. You are within the reach of everyone. You are therefore real Parijata, wish-fulfilling tree, much superior to the Kalpaga tree that grown in Indra's garden. Parijayante, parijayante, asmat iti parijataha. Okay, continuing.
कारुण्यात् काममन्यं ददति खलु परे स्वात्मदस्त्वं विशेषात् ऐश्वर्यादीशतेऽन्ये जगति परजने स्वात्मनोऽपीश्वरस्त्वं त्वय्युच्चैरारमन्ति प्रतिपदमधुरे चेतना स्फीतभाग्याः त्वं चात्मा राम एवेति अतुलगुणगणाधार शौरे नमस्ते.
Pare dadati anyam kamam. The other gods grant other desires. Now here, Bhattadari is clear all doubt regarding the superiority of the Lord of Guruvayur over other gods. All other gods cannot grant mukti. Except mukti, artha kama they can give you. But when it comes to moksha, only Bhagavan can give you moksha, not other gods like Indra, Varuna, Ityadi, Devatas. Karunyat khalu, out of sheer compassion indeed, Tvam Visheshat Swatmadaha, you being unique, even give even yourself. So this is a very beautiful expression. Karunyat kalu tvam visheshat swatmadaha. You give yourself to the devotee. That is the greatness of this Bhagavan Krishna, Vishnu. So that there are so many stories are there about Krishna, Guruvayur Krishna. There was a great devotee called Kururamma. She was a Brahmin girl, Nambudiri lady, very devoted to Krishna, especially Balakrishna. And she wanted to, every time she chanted Krishna, 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 like that. And there was another great devotee of Krishna whose name was Villamangalam. He has written the Sri Krishna Karnamrita. It's very beautiful. Villamangalam, but he has wrote in a different name there. But here, Villamangalam was very famous. For Bhagavan, for him, Bhagavan was Pratyaksha. He used to converse with him. And this Kururama was so devoted to Krishna, she wanted to call him to perform a puja in his house, in her house. So, but then he accepted it. But then afterwards, he decided to go somebody else's house on that day. And Kururama was very miserable when she heard he is not coming. and she went to take a bath in the temple tank. She came back without taking bath. And then she was thinking what to do now. At that time, Krishna, in the form of a little boy, came to her and said, Mother, I am from this neighborhood, so I thought you need some help. So what can I help you? Either I invited this Villamangalam, but then he changed his mind, he's going somewhere else. And what can I do? And I am not prepared for the puja also. And Krishna said, no, don't worry, I will prepare everything for him, don't worry. And he will come also. You will see. How is that possible? I have not even taken bath. He said, you don't have to take bath, you are already pure. You don't have to take bath. So, and Bhagavan, in no time, he made all arrangements. Everything kept ready. And then Villamangalam was going to the other house. And before going to the house, he blew the conch. And when he tried to blow the conch, it was not blowing. And Villamangalam closed his eyes and started thinking why it is so. Then he remembered, I promised to go to her house. I didn't go. That may be the reason. So he decided to come. And he came. At that time, this lady was so happy that he came. And then everything was ready. And this boy also was standing there. So Villamangalam asked, who is this boy? He's from neighborhood, some illam is there, he's there. He came to help me. Oh, I see. So, and then Villamangalam closed his eyes, put a handful of flowers in his hand and closed his eyes and remembered Lord Krishna and threw it in the idol there. Krishna's idol was there. He was throwing at the feet of idol. But then the flowers were going and falling at the feet of this boy. And he looked at it, hey, move from there. He said, so Krishna moved. And then again he threw the flower. Again it was falling at his feet, the little boy's feet. Then this Villamangalam was shocked. And he closed his eyes and remembered Bhagavan. And when he opened his eyes, what did he see? Bhagavan Krishna is standing there. And Villamangalam got up and prostrated to Ururama, saying that, Mother, for you, Bhagavan come and serve you. That is the greatness of your devotion. What can I say? This is what Pattadri is mentioning, meaning here. So you are the one who give yourself to devotees. Injat anye aishwaryat. Moreover, in view of their invested powers, ishate parajane jagati, hold sway over everyone's in this world. So Bhagavan is the one who is distributing power to all other gods. So you are the one source. Tvam tu Ishwaraha Swatmanaha api, but you are Supreme Lord of even yourself. Chetana Svida Bhagyaha, those living beings who are extremely fortunate. Uchai Aramanditwai, take immense delight in you. Pradibada Mature, who impart more joy with every step nearer to you. Tumcha Atma Ramaha eva. You are one who takes delight even in oneself. Atma Ramaha, revel in oneself. Ati Atula Guna Ganadharaha. Being so, you are a repository of immeasurable virtues. E Shaure Namaha Te. Salutations to you. O Shaure. Shaura means the one who is the scion of Surasena. He was born in the Sura Vamsha, so he's a Surya Sena. Continue. One more.
ऐश्वर्यं शङ्करादीश्वर विनयमनं विश्वतेजो हराणां तेजः संहारि वीर्यं विमलमपि यशो निःस्पृहैश्चोपगीतम् अङ्गासङ्गासदाशीः अखिलविदसि न क्वापि ते सङ्गवार्ता तद्वातागारवासिन् मुरहर भगवच्छब्दमुख्याश्रयोऽसि.
Hey Bhagavan. Bhagavan Shabda also means the one who has got sixfold attributes. Bhagaha asya asti Bhagavan. Aishwaryam, Viryam, Yashaha, Shri, Jnanam, Vairagyam. These are the six, and all of them in whom 100%. If any of you have got one of them, we become great. But here's all six of them in whom 100% is called Bhagavan. Hey Murahara, a destroyer of Mura. Mura was the Asura guarding Narakasura's palace. That Mura Bhagavan killed, so it's called Murari. Te Aishwaryam Shankaradishwara Viniyamanam. Your supremacy is in controlling all other gods, beginning with Shankara. So he is a Vaishnava, okay. So now we are talking about Vishnu Puranam or Bhagavatam. In Bhagavatam, Bhagavan is the highest. If you read Shiva Puranam, Shiva is the highest. So that is the beauty of Puranas. So now we are talking about Bhagavatam. So Shankaradishwara Vinayam. So Shiva devotee should not get upset. Te Viryam Tejas Samhari. Your prowess surpasses the valor of Vishwa Tejo Haranam. All others who excel in valor in the whole universe. Your valor and tejas and prowess excel compared to all gods, including Shankara. Apichate yasaha vimalam. Moreover, your glory is flawless. And upagitam chan sprihaihi. Sung even by those sages who are totally detached. Shrihi, Goddess Lakshmi, Sadate Anga Sanga is always associated with your body. Tvam Akhilavit Asi, you are omniscient. Akhilavit, omniscient, the one who knows everything. Tena kwa api asti, about you, nowhere there is Sangavarta, talk of attachment to any object or subject. Bhagavan is Nisangaha. Therefore, Vatagara Vasin Tum Asi, O Lord of Guruvayur, you are Bhagavat Chapta Mukhya Ashrayaha. You are the fittest one for the title Bhagavan. He Vatagara Vasin, he Murahara. So as I said, Mura was the trusted lieutenant of Narakasura. By addressing the Lord as Murahara, the destroyer of Mura, it is implied that the Lord, the slayer of Narakasura as well as Mura, is capable of destroying the sins of those who are consigned to Narakam or hell. by addressing him as Vata Garavasin, the indweller of Vatagara, means the human body in the form of Jivatma. Bhattadari signifies that there is no doubt that it is the very same Lord who is the life force, Jivatman, throbbing in the human body, Vatagara, as well. In other words, Bhattadari is trying to emphasize the identity of the Jivatman with Paramatman. O Lord of Guruvayur, of such greatness are you. Humanity is indeed blessed with your benign presence. The divine vitality of pure Sattva, protecting the whole universe, residing at the shrine of Guruvayur, attracting devotees and showering blessings on them. With that, first dasakam is completed. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Today's very beautiful session with full of praise of Bhagavan and Bhakti Rasa for us, Swamiji. Really moving it. And
Thank you,
to
Swamiji.
Kalaji
Thank
for
you, Swamiji. Beautiful. Dhanyawadalu.
Thank you.
I'm not able to convey completely what Bhattadari wants to convey. It's the language barrier also there.
All Bhakti Rasa for us, Swamiji. It's really beautiful word.
I'm enjoying it myself.
We are all enjoying.
Thank you, Swamiji. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Very unique to this
Thank you.
probably Vatagaravasi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank you, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Karuna Garu.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
We meet
Thank
you
you.
next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. We'll meet you next week.